What's going on? Welcome to week 7, everybody. Aaron Jones is out. Emmanuel Sanders, Michael Thomas, they are out. Jamal Williams could have a big day. Giovanni Bernard could have a big day. I'm Adam Azer. Frank Stanfield could have a big day. What's up, Frank?
What's going on, Adam? I'm hoping I have a big day. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I have to go through all my lineups, make sure everything's cool because, I have got some Jamal Williams and I got a lot of Darrell Henderson. I'm really nervous about him. So I think, if you picked up Traquan Smith in a PPR league, you might want to start him over any running back that you're kind of a little bit hesitant on. I don't know, but these are tough decisions. We're going to try to help people out here. How are you feeling about Traquan Smith? That's a real tough one. And Gio's easy. I think Gio, we love. We might be wrong about it. Fine. I'm willing to be wrong about it, but I love Gio. I think he's going to get a ton of work and have a really good game, especially in PPR. Jamal Williams is a little iffier, but I still think he's like a number 2 running back. Traquan Smith, my friend, how do you feel about him against Carolina, which has been very good against wide receivers so far?
Yeah, I think Traquan Smith is a solid mid wide receiver 3. I have him at wide receiver 33 overall right now, and I think he should see a decent amount of volume. It is a tougher matchup. The Carolina Panthers secondary has actually played really, really well this season, but I'm expecting at least 7, probably 8 targets for Traquan Smith. I like Jared Cook as a top 10 tight end as well. And obviously Alvin Kamara is just going to eat. So make sure you get him in as many of your DFS lineups as you possibly can. But Traquan Smith, solid wide receiver 3. Gio Bernard is inside my top 12 running backs. Actually, both him and Jamal Williams are inside my top 12 running backs. I don't know if that's too aggressive, Adam, but
yeah,
really good matchup for Jamal Williams. I know that people are talking about A.J. Dillon, but the Houston Texans just got ripped by Derrick Henry. So I'm expecting a pretty damn good game out of Jamal Williams as well.
Right. So I have a PPR league where I have Ronald Jones, Jamal Williams, Darrell Henderson, Devin Singletary, and Cole Beasley for 3 spots. And Jones and Williams are the real easy ones. And then 1 spot between Singletary, Henderson, and Cole Beasley. But that's how I feel about Jamal Williams, especially in PPR, because he's going to be the pass catcher. That he's ahead of Darrell Henderson, he's ahead of Devin Singletary, and then for me it's Henderson or Beasley. I have to figure that out before the games start with John Brown out against at the Jets. I'm probably going to go with Henderson, but yeah, I mean Williams, I don't know that he gets all the work like where Gio will. I don't know that Jamal Williams will, but I don't know that he'll need it because the Texans' run defense is so bad.
So bad.
We're here to take your questions. Chris Towers will come on at 12:30, so let's get started here. Misk Darrow 23, Gio, Jones, Davis, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire pick 2 standard scoring. Was that Aaron Jones?
Is it Aaron Jones? Ronald Jones?
Oh, yeah, it's probably Ronald Jones. I just talked about Ronald Jones for 5 minutes. I have Aaron Jones on the mind. Gio, Ronald Jones, Davis, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire pick 2 with standard scoring.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ronald Jones and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but they're all inside of my top 12. I think it's super close between CEH and Gio, but the snow there on the ground in Denver, I think that we're going to see a pretty safe workload for CEH, probably like 20-plus touches again there. So I'm going to go with him and Ronald Jones.
Yeah, this weather's wild. Yeah, rain in the Washington-Dallas game. We got snow. Last I checked, we have rain in that game. Snow in the Denver-Kansas City game. Are you adjusting anything? I think you got to be careful with your kickers in bad weather, but are you adjusting anything?
Not so much in the Washington game. Not really worried about that. Like everything I've seen is the wind isn't too bad there, and that's usually what affects things more so than rain when it comes to fantasy football. For the Broncos and Chiefs game, I think it downgrades some of the passing options. I don't know that they're gonna. I think we're just gonna see a lot of running on both sides, but you're still going to start your must-start guys. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, obviously, and anybody else who's like a fringe play. Tim Patrick, maybe you downgrade him a little bit, and Jerry Jeudy, but I don't know that you're really...
And he said, just miserable weather today in Denver. Kickoff temperature around 16 degrees. Feels like 0 to 5 degrees. Pre-game and in-game snow. Okay, so that sucks. But Wade Dodger 44, full PPR, Will Fuller, Gio Bernard, or Josh Jacobs?
I'm going to go with Gio Bernard. It's really close between him and Will Fuller, but usually when it's close, I lean with the running back. And I mentioned this stat on Twitch last week when we were here on Thursday. Gio Bernard, the last 2 games with no Joe Mixon, he's averaged 6.5 targets. So I think his PPR floor is pretty damn safe in this game.
Full PPR, AJ Green or Gio Bernard. We're going to go Gio there. This is from BlindX. Graham or Gronk PPR?
Gronk. Let's go with Gronk. I like his usage. No Antonio Brown yet, so that will affect things eventually. But it's a pretty good matchup against the Raiders as well.
We've got, by the way, a watch party today. So 4 p.m. Eastern. I hope you join us to watch the 49ers and the Patriots. We're going to have Danny Woodhead on. We're going to have Vernon Davis on. 4 p.m. Eastern, your home team watch party presented by Lowe's. We will see you there. Okay, trade question from Sean. Give up, let's see, who's he giving up? Justin Jackson and Singletary for David Montgomery and Marvin Jones.
Well, you get what I think will be the best running back rest of season in David Montgomery, but Marvin Jones is, what is his value at this point? It's bye-week replacement, if that. I would probably stick with the Justin Jackson and Devin Singletary side.
All right, from Supreme Fox 8, Jamal Williams or DJ Chark, half PPR?
Jamal Williams.
Yeah, okay. Debo or AJ Green?
Debo.
Okay, that's PPR. From Doc. Oh, wait, no. Doc, I lost your question. Sorry, Doc. Oh, there. Yeah, where's Doc? Doc, I'm sorry. Ask your question again. From Go A Canes. Okay, I can deal with that. Sit one in PPR. Jamal Williams, Chris Godwin, or Will Fuller? Who are you sitting? Jamal Williams, Chris Godwin, or Will Fuller?
Ooh, I am going to sit Chris Godwin, which just seems crazy because based on what you drafted and probably your second round pick, now we're starting Jamal Williams. But again, love the matchup for Williams going up against the Texans. And I love Will Fuller. I love that entire game. I love the Packers Texans game, especially from a DFS perspective. So
yeah. By the way, Chris, where's Chris with his DFS invite? Have not gotten that yet.
He always sends it to us like midstream, and then I'm struggling, and that's why he wins because I'm struggling. I'm on air. I'm trying to answer questions. I'm trying to set a DFS lineup. Come on, Chris.
Yeah, it's a good tactic by Chris. You got to give him that. From Thomas 932 PPR League, Noah Fant or TJ Hawkinson?
Oh, I love Hawkinson against the Falcons. It's the best matchup for a tight end, so I will go with him.
From Dylan K, pick 2, Justin Jackson, Jamal Williams, or Giovanni Bernard? Pick 2.
Justin Jackson, Jamal Williams. Let's go with Gio and Jamal Williams. All three are great for DFS this week, too, by the way.
Boy, have you ever seen a better case for zero RB, ladies and gentlemen? Justin Jackson, Jamal Williams, Giovanni Bernard. You could start all of them. I mean, he can only start 2 of them, but, they're starters this week. From Thomas Revering, start 1, PPR, A.J. Dillon, Jerry Jeudy, Laviska Shenault, or Damian Harris? A.J. Dillon, Jerry Jeudy, Laviska Shenault, Damian Harris.
I'm going to go with, I put A.J. Dillon just inside my top 36, so he's a flex option. Yeah, I'll go with him. Like, I don't know what his workload is necessarily going to be, but I would expect probably 10 to 12 touches there in a good matchup. So I'll take Dillon.
What do you think? You think Minshew's getting benched this week?
I hope not, man. I started him over Carson Wentz the other day, and I feel terrible about it. I think Wentz put up 30 points in that league. Will he get benched? Nah, I don't think so. It's Mike Glennon. Come on, Adam.
Yeah. How was the Matrix Reloaded? I know you had a big movie weekend.
Yeah, big movie weekend. It was all right. I don't think it was as bad as everyone said. Like, I tweeted out, I finally watched The Matrix, and everyone's like, just stop there. Don't watch the final 2 movies. I didn't think it was terrible. It was kind of confusing, but it was all right.
I have never seen it, actually, and I don't think I will. How about I understand you watched a horror movie. You're in the spirit.
Yeah, big movie weekend for me. I watched The Lost Boys last night. My brother's been bragging about it for years, and obviously I'm super late to the party here with Lost Boys, as I am for most movies. But he's said top 5 vampire movie. You got to watch Lost Boys. It was cool. Like, the song that they play throughout it's kind of cool. Like, the soundtrack's all right. It was a good movie. It was fine.
It's strange.
I don't think it's a top 5 vampire movie.
Okay, name 5 better vampire. Lost Boys is awesome. You cannot name 5 better vampire movies. First of all, what's the best vampire movie?
That's a fair question. Blade?
Oh, I admit I've never seen Blade, and that's a bad one.
Come on, I've seen a movie that you haven't seen. Come on, man.
It's a bad one. I think From Dusk Till Dawn. No, I think Lost Boys is actually my favorite vampire movie. It's awesome.
I haven't seen Interview with a Vampire either, but I've heard it's fantastic.
I'm never going to see that movie. That movie can't be good. There's no way that movie holds up. You on Blind Manor or what?
I haven't watched it yet. I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows.
Amazing. I love that show, bro. That show is incredible.
Guillermo. That guy's the best, man.
Oh, yeah. Nandor. He's the best. Nando will be on later, and Nando doesn't like the TV show, What We Do in the Shadows, because the people who saw the movie don't like the TV show, but the people who have never seen the movie, well, I saw it after the TV show, love the show.
I didn't even know it was a movie.
There's a movie, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Going to Sean, we answered that one. Happy Hour, 1973. Non-PPR, T. Higgins or Christian Kirk?
T. Higgins. I like Christian Kirk this week, but still, like, the targets have not been great for him. I think it's like a 17% target share the past 3 weeks. I really like him for DFS as well, but I think based on the usage for T. Higgins, you got to go with him.
How about MC or Mick P. Pants, 34? What if I start calling my kids that? MC P. Pants, Mick P. I like that. Gio or James Robinson, non-PPR?
That's super close. So I'm going to go with Giovanni Bernard.
Good question here from AQ Finisher. Justin Jackson, are you still confident in starting Justin Jackson? He has a knee injury. I know he's supposed to play, but what if he re-injures it?
No, it's a fair question, and I think that's the reason why we probably have him as a mid to low-end RB2, whereas if we knew he was 100% healthy and was going to see 15-plus touches in a great matchup against Jacksonville, he probably would rank even higher. So I have him at RB18, just behind David Montgomery, DeAndre Swift, just ahead of Jerick McKinnon, Kenyon Drake. So I think that is a fair range for him to be in. Again, really, really great matchup against Jacksonville, but I understand people's concern.
This is from Mastiffs 2. Pick 2, Tyler Boyd, Jamal Williams, Robert Woods, and T. Higgins.
All right, so Jamal Williams for sure, and then you have to figure out one of the Bengals guys or Robert Woods. People are really worried about these Rams wide receivers. I get it. I mean, the Bears have been really good. Only allowed 1 touchdown to a wide receiver all season long, but I still trust those guys more, man. So I'm going to go with Robert Woods. I'll go with Woods and Jamal Williams.
Yeah, and I've sort of outlined this. The Bears do have a good defense, so I'm not saying they're not good against wide receivers, but they faced Detroit without Kenny Golladay. They faced Atlanta without Julio Jones. Mike Evans had a touchdown. Calvin Ridley had 100 yards. There has not been any wide receiver that was a must-start guy that was bad. The worst, I would say, would be Robbie Anderson, 4 catches, 77 yards on 5 targets. DJ Moore had a huge game, and he could have had an even bigger game because he was missed on a touchdown, which was wide open. So it's not. I don't think the Bears are this must-sit matchup, but they keep points off the board. They're good. So I don't think you have to be super afraid of Robert Woods this week. Was that your answer, by the way? Williams and Woods?
Yes.
Okay. AJ Brown or Chris Godwin, PPR?
AJ Brown.
Deebo Samuel or Denard Robinson? Ooh, I remember him. Probably James Robinson, though. Deebo or James Robinson?
James Robinson.
Yeah. From Mopman27, Traquan Smith. Yeah, this is a fun one. Traquan Smith or DJ Moore, standard scoring?
I am still going to go with DJ Moore.
Yeah. From Master Chiefs Dabs, half PPR, DJ Moore or Tyler Boyd?
DJ Moore. I like that game a lot. I think we see some points between the Saints and Panthers.
From Fits in the Treetops, pick 2 in standard, Chark, Cup, Gibson, Higgins. Chark, Cup, Gibson, Higgins.
Gibson, Higgins, and...
Stop right there. It was only pick 2.
Okay. Wait, who are the other 2, though, again?
I think you're going with Cup, right? Cup and Gibson?
Cup and Gibson.
Yeah.
Correct.
From PWOG, Jamal Williams or DeAndre Swift, PPR?
Jamal Williams.
Well, we haven't talked about this one yet. There was a report this morning that DeAndre Swift's going to get more work. He's facing the Falcons. They give up a ton of receiving yards to running backs. Sure, Jamal Williams?
Yeah. That the matchup cannot be better for Jamal Williams. So I'm hoping that I'm not being too aggressive and I don't get burned by him. I have him in basically all of my DFS lineups, but I moved DeAndre Swift up today. I had him as a low-end RB2 at the start of the week, and with this report, I moved him up to RB17. So the Falcons have still been really good on the ground, and we saw what happened last week with Alexander Madison. That was more so Kirk Cousins' fault because they fell behind. But I think in PPR, Swift can catch a ton of passes here, and obviously that's where the Falcons have struggled. So I like him as a solid RB2 with the upside to be even better in PPR formats.
We have a question. Would you start Travis Kelce in DFS given the snow? And I'm trying to look up last year.
The contrarian play for sure because, his salary is very high. So I don't think many people are going to be on Travis Kelce. So if you're trying to give yourself some leverage in the field that way, sure. But if it's just like a 50-50 game or like a double up, I probably would avoid Travis Kelce. There's a lot of solid tight ends with good matchups that are really
Henry. Just Hunter Henry. Just do Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry, TJ Hawkinson's 5K draft.
Yeah, Hawkins is good too. Henry is definitely my guy this week in DFS.
I like
I'm
Darren
trying to
too.
look up. Okay, so 2 years ago, Chiefs Colts, with persistent snow turning Arrowhead Stadium into a winter wonderland. That's how the AP described it. This is what Travis Kelce did. Well, Mahomes, 278 yards, no touchdowns in that game. Damian Williams had 25 carries for 129 yards and a touchdown. Travis Kelce had 7 catches for 108 yards. Tyreek Hill had 8 catches for 72 yards and a 36-yard rushing touchdown. So I don't know. It wasn't a great game for Mahomes. He averaged 6.8 yards per attempt. I don't remember the circumstances here. Andrew Luck didn't have such a great game. He averaged 5.6 yards per attempt. So maybe it did affect them a little bit, but Kelce and Hill still had good games. Okay. Thank you for indulging me in that. Collective 11. David Montgomery, Gio Bernard, Amari Cooper, or Robert Woods. You going with?
Gio.
Please don't be Alexander Madison. Please.
Man, someone's going to let us down this week, Adam. And I don't know who. It's either going to be Jamal, it's going to be Gio, Justin Jackson. One of those three is going to let us down this week.
Jackson has the best chance, I think, of being a bust because of the injury. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm still going with him. I also would be pretty annoyed if Ronald Jones let us down because of Leonard Fournette. That would be annoying.
Oh, it would. Leonard Fournette, just come on, man.
Just get out of here.
Ronald Jones has been phenomenal. 3
straight 100-yard games. That's pretty impressive. From Fire Phoenix, should I trade Godwin for Antonio Brown? No.
No.
Don't do that. Didn't you hear our bonus pod? No, don't do that. From Maluku, 1880, pick 2. Gio Bernard, DeAndre Swift, Justin Jackson, Jerick McKinnon, PPR.
DeAndre Swift and Gio Bernard.
Wazless, Devin Singletary, or Deontay Johnson in the flex?
Let's go with Singletary in non, Deontay Johnson in full, and Singletary in half.
From Sicilian Sith, I need a wide receiver in a flex. Brandon Cooks, Chase Claypool, pick 1.
Brandon Cooks.
Drake or McKinnon or Claypool in standard scoring. Who are you taking? Standard scoring. Claypool, Drake, McKinnon.
Drake.
From N. Taylor 808, pick 2 in PPR. Gio, Jamal, or Jacobs. Gio, Jamal, Jacobs.
Gio and Jamal.
From Crete 806, non-PPR. Tim Patrick, Deontay Johnson, Christian Kirk, or Cole Beasley. Tim Patrick, Deontay Johnson, Christian Kirk, or Cole Beasley.
Deontay Johnson.
From Nick Livin, half PPR, Moore, McKinnon, or Henderson in the flex?
It's really close between McKinnon and Henderson for me. I'm going to go with Darrell Henderson.
From Ian Wiles, I need to bench 1 in half PPR. Gio, Beckham, Robbie Anderson, or Evans. Who am I benching? Gio, Beckham, Robbie Anderson, or Evans?
I think it's Beckham.
Oh, I thought you were going to bench another Bucs wide receiver.
No. I like the matchup against the Raiders, and I've downgraded Mike Evans this week, but I still have him ranked higher than Odell Beckham. I don't see much pass volume coming out of the Browns. I think we get a lot of Kareem Hunt, maybe some Dearness Johnson in this game as well. Beckham did score the last time they played on Thursday Night Football, but I like the spot for Mike Evans, and it's before Antonio Brown gets there. So,
okay, I want to see. It doesn't look like Jonathan Abram is expected to play.
I don't think he is
on the COVID list, so I didn't know if. I know they cleared 4 offensive linemen, but that's Las Vegas is pretty kind of star safety. Jonathan Abram not going to play. That's going to help things for the Bucs passing game. Take a quick pause to talk about something here. Last night, I watched some college football. I watched 1 episode of The Haunting of Bly Manor, which I don't know if you all have seen it, but I just am too dumb to understand what happened in that episode. It was extremely confusing. Great episode, but I have no idea what happened. You probably know the one I'm talking about if you've seen it. And then after I watched that, I finished a college football game that I was DVRing. At that point, it was like 12:10 in the morning. And I said, baseball takes a really long time in the postseason. Let's see if the game is still on. So I turn on the World Series game. Of course, 4+ hours after it started, the game is still going on. And holy cow, that play was crazy, dude.
Oh my gosh.
What a crazy play.
That was like Little League World Series. Like, what are we doing, man? Kenley Jansen not backing up the catcher either. He gives up the hit. And I saw all these pictures too where he's just like kneeling down on the ground and he's like mad at himself while the hit is going on and the play is unfolding and he's just not backing up the catcher. Just a complete mess. Really aggressive sending a Rosarena on that play too.
Did they send him or did he just go?
I think that the third base coach sent him. And it was a really bad decision. It was a bad process, but good result.
How close do you think the play would have been if he didn't stumble and fall and Will Smith had caught it cleanly?
He's out by a mile. I mean, we probably get a rundown and then maybe something crazier happens after that.
I kind of want to watch the whole sequence again because I don't know. I feel like he's out. He's out by like a foot or two.
I think he's out because he stumbled and he fell. So
yeah, I know.
He was like halfway down the line on the ground while the ball was, I think, being relayed to the catcher.
I mean, it's just like, it just makes you sick as a Giants fan because New York, because like Daniel Jones slips and falls and everybody's making fun of him for days. And Randy Arozarena trips and falls and he scores the winning run in Game 4 of the World Series. How much of that game did you watch?
None. I turned it on when I saw everyone freaking out on Twitter.
Oh, really? Okay. I wish I had seen it because it seemed like it was a tremendous game. But my goodness, they're just marathons. They're just so long. How could you sit there and watch 4 hours of baseball?
Adam, I was watching The Lost Boys, man.
Good for you.
Series.
Good for you. Yeah, you did the right thing.
I also watched Borat 2 last night, too.
Oh, how was it?
It was pretty funny. Not as good as part 1, as you can imagine, but it was pretty damn good.
The best part of Lost Boys is when they're at like the outdoor fair and there's this freaking ripped guy playing the saxophone.
So jacked. I was like, who? I thought he was a professional wrestler or something. I'm like, who is this jacked and just plays a saxophone?
Yeah. Like so angrily. He's like, I remember the song he's singing. He's like, it's just crazy. Was he singing that like, I still believe or whatever? Or I'm mixing that up with a different show. Anyway. Oh, it's Chris time. What's with all these letters that people are typing here? That's pretty annoying, people. I'm going to scroll down and get some fresh questions here. From Jay Walls, Odell, Robert Woods, or James Robinson at flex? Beckham, Woods, or James Robinson? PPR.
James Robinson for me.
I don't know how I feel about James Robinson this week. Like that team just seems like a real mess. They might bench their quarterback. Chargers run defense has been okay, not so great lately. A running back has caught a touchdown or had 74 receiving yards in 3 straight games against the Chargers, so that's good. But they're pretty good against the run.
The Chargers do struggle against pass-catching running backs. Not that I would put Robinson in that category, but his targets have been pretty safe. 4+ targets in 5 straight games. The Chargers have given up 8+ receptions to running backs in 3 straight games.
And I just found out Chris Thompson is inactive, so that helps.
Yeah, I think Divine Ozigbo's back.
All right. Pick one in PPR from YSPillF. I don't know. Traquan Smith, Chark, or Claypool?
Claypool.
Chark.
Oh, Chris is here. Okay, from
I have real questions about the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers and how they're going to use them, and I would rather not use any of them this week if I could avoid it.
But you're going to go with Mike Glennon's number 1 wide receiver, huh?
Mike Glennon is not the starter for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
No, look, Chark and the Steelers wide receivers, I think, are 2 of the more difficult situations this week. I'm not sure there's a lot of enthusiasm about starting them, although the Titans are so bad on defense. Alex, good vibes. Do you think I should use Traquan Smith instead of Robert Woods?
No.
I think it's overthinking it. Like Traquan Smith is going to be the number 1 wide receiver. He's probably going to be the number 3 receiver for the Saints.
Correct.
Okay, fine, but I don't know that he'll be number 3. It'll definitely be number 2. I would anticipate more targets for Smith than Cook.
I mean,
Similar.
We really don't have any precedent here, but I don't know, man. Traquan Smith's only really had like one game with a significant number of targets, right?
I would say the same thing for Jared Cook. 7, 5,
not in his
3,
career.
No. 7, 5, 3, and 3 are Cook's targets this year.
Yeah, he was hurt. Give him a break, Adam.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, he got hurt on Monday night.
Yeah.
He missed the game.
Yeah, I know he missed the game, but was he hurt in the games that he played? I don't recall that.
Everyone's a little bit hurt in the NFL.
Sure. Beat the waiver wire rest of season from DJ Drew New York. Damian Harris, Zach Moss, Cam Akers. Rest of season, PPR, Harris, Moss, Akers.
I think we answered this question the other day, too.
I don't remember.
It's not Harris for me.
I'll take Zach Moss.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, I went with Moss. I'd say Moss because he needs only one injury. Akers is probably...
I think Akers probably only needs one.
To be as involved as Moss? Like, there's no way...
Oh, sure, yeah.
Right, you're right. I mean, because if he gets one injury, it's still going to be a split.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels Dad, would I be crazy to sit George Kittle for Jared Cook?
Yes.
Yes.
You would be crazy to sit George Kittle for like...
He's probably the number 1 tight end this week, considering there's snow in Denver.
I mean, like, how many wide receivers would you not be crazy to sit for George Kittle?
Well, look.
Like 7?
I think when you look at the way the Patriots defended Darren Waller, the way they've defended Travis Kelce, who I think had 3 catches for 70 yards, good game. I don't think George Kittle is... I don't think you should expect George Kittle at his best this week. I'm not sitting him for Jared Cook, but I'm not playing him in DFS, for example. I wouldn't sit George Kittle for Hunter Henry, but I kind of think Hunter Henry is going to have a better game, if you know what I mean. Like, I wouldn't.
Yeah, there's no circumstance in which I would, like, maybe if I had Travis Kelce.
All right, but there's no way on FanDuel, for example, we're still waiting for Chris's invite. There's no way that I'm not playing a cheaper Hunter Henry for an expensive George Kittle.
Like, you guys you have access, you can create.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. You know how to do it. Let's go. Normie 217, pick 2. Traquan Smith, Cole Beasley, CeeDee Lamb, James Conner, DeAndre Swift, Justin Jackson. All right, we need 2. Traquan Smith, Cole Beasley, Lamb, Conner. You got to go Conner. DeAndre Swift, Justin Jackson. Good options here.
Conner and Swift.
I think that's the way to go, yeah.
Odell Beckham, Robert Woods, James Robinson. I think we answered that one. I'm sorry. We'll keep going. He said Robinson. From Vikes, should I start Jamal Williams and A.J. Dillon instead of DJ Chark? No. From J-Rob, Deontay Johnson, CeeDee Lamb, or Chris Godwin?
Godwin.
From N. Rodriguez, should I play Odell Beckham or Jerick McKinnon?
I like McKinnon.
Beckham.
From Siege 1223, full PPR. I need to start a tight end and a flex. Jared Cook or Evan Ebron?
Cook.
And then flex, Ebron, Brandon Cooks, Deontay Johnson, or Christian Kirk?
Brandon Cooks. I have him inside my top 20.
Nobody seems to be taking the Packers secondary seriously.
Their defense is bad.
I know they wide receivers lately.
I know they're top 10 against wide receivers, but have you looked at like who didn't play against them?
I know
Galladay was out. Godwin was out. Or no, Godwin was out.
Godwin played. Mike Evans played. And who did they face last week? Last week was Tampa Bay. In their last 3 games, Calvin Ridley didn't have a catch. Mike Evans had 10 yards.
Calvin Ridley was absolutely not 100% healthy.
Yeah, he didn't have a catch. Mike Evans had 10 yards. Chris Godwin had 5 catches for 48 yards.
Right. It was no Galladay, no Thomas, no.
They have Kevin King
no
and
Julio Jones.
Alexander.
It was.
They have 2 good starting quarterbacks.
Not 100% healthy Calvin Ridley.
All right, look, that's fine. I'm not quite as high on Brandon. I'm starting Cooks. I think he's a must start. And Kevin King's out, so that helps.
Yeah, I was
a lot.
That up.
From the mic, DeAndre Hopkins, Allen Robinson, Boyd, and Robbie Anderson. Sit one of them.
Say that again.
Not sitting Hopkins. Allen Robinson, Tyler Boyd, Robbie Anderson. Who are you sitting?
Boyd.
I think so. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Dave Richard just sent me a very strange trade request in our 2QB league.
Uh-oh.
am I missing something? Because it seems like an obvious accept. He gives me TJ Hawkinson and Jarvis Landry. I give up Taysom Hill and Darren Fells. Am I missing something?
No. Yeah, we're missing like the person who has stolen Dave Richards' identification.
Like he even like sent a follow-up question to like make sure I saw the trade request. So I don't think he's been body snatched or hacked or anything.
Is Drew like we have to see if there's Drew Brees news because what?
I'm gonna go ahead and accept that one.
Yeah.
Even if Taysom Hill was starting at quarterback, I think I would still do that. I have Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
I'm so confused.
That's a weird one.
That was strange.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, everybody, we got a half hour left here on Twitch. I saw y'all complaining about the movie talk. Don't worry, we're gonna answer a bunch of questions. We were just having fun. This is Twitch, man. We're having fun. Here we go.
Don't ever have fun.
Josh Kelly or Zach Moss, PPR.
Kelly.
I'm not going to say the Twitch names. I'm just going to get to at least 10 questions in the next minute. Here we go. PPR, James Robinson or Brandon Cooks?
Cooks.
Pick 2 in PPR, Henderson, Justin Jackson, Giovanni Bernard.
Oh, I sit Henderson.
Sitting Henderson, okay. We are not starting Traquan Smith over Robert Woods. Pick 1 in PPR, Traquan Smith, DJ Chark, Chase Claypool.
Chark.
Cup, Gibson, or Lamb, PPR?
Cup.
Yeah.
Should I trade James Robinson for Josh Jacobs?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to work out for you this week, but it might. But yeah, you can make that trade. James White or AJ Dillon, PPR?
James White.
Dillon.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift or Christian Kirk, PPR?
Swift.
PPR start 2. Swift, Jamal Williams, Gio, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think we may have answered this. I'm not sure.
Clyde and Gio.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Should I play Cup, Gibson, or Lamb? Okay, we just answered that. This throws me off. Jamal Williams or DJ Chark? Did we answer that one?
I would go with Williams.
But I would go Williams.
Traquan Smith. No, just answered that one. See, this is what throws me off. Get the same ones over and over again. Standard scoring, pick 2. Will Fuller, McLaurin, James Robinson, Jamal Williams. Fuller, McLaurin, Robinson, Williams.
The running back.
I would go the wide receivers.
Interesting. Standard scoring.
That's fine.
I would go with Jamal Williams and Terry McLaurin.
I don't know what to expect from the Green Bay backfield.
I would go with Fuller over Jamal Williams. Fuller and Jamal Williams. I'm going to go with Fuller over McLaurin, even though I think both of them are going to be awesome. But Fuller, I think the touchdown, just so much more likely to catch a touchdown in this game. Stormblade, PPR, DJ Moore or Cooks, Henderson or Singletary. Let's start with Moore or Cooks.
Cooks.
Moore.
Henderson or Singletary.
Henderson.
Jared Cook or Dalton Schultz.
Cook.
Derek Carr or Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Josh Kelly, MVS or Marvin Jones.
Josh Kelly.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go MVS. If Justin Jackson plays, I think maybe it should be Josh Kelly.
Jackson is playing by that. Yeah. Like that's the only kind of question mark left, I think, on the injury report, really. But it does seem like he's playing.
Yeah. Boy, that's tough.
I could kind of see MVS and PPR.
It's half PPR.
Do you get points for drops?
You don't get points for drops, but
that would really help MVS.
You also lose 2 points for fumbles, so keep that in mind.
It's fair.
Goya Beans, Justin Jackson or Gio Bernard?
Gio.
From Kilbria, Juju, Cup, or Chark?
Cup.
Yes.
Brandon Ayuk, Danny Amendola, or Chase Edmonds? PPR.
I think I would go with Edmonds.
Yeah. Just closer to that game.
All right. This is from BNT. Start 2, drop 1. PPR. Justin Jackson, Gio, Chark, and Deontay Johnson. You have to drop one? All right, well, who are you starting? Justin Jackson, Gio, Chark, Deontay Johnson.
I would go with the running backs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. If it's 2, then I think both of those guys.
And you got to keep Chark over Deontay Johnson, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so
Okay. Antonio Gibson or Gio?
Gio.
The tough thing, though, is like, wouldn't you rather drop Gio in that among the 4?
No, because you might have him for another week.
Yeah.
And is week to week.
That's tough.
Might have him for
Yeah,
more.
I think it's probably Deontay.
I don't know their schedule off the top of my head. Let's look at the Bengals schedule real quick.
Try to make a trade.
Tennessee next week. Tennessee's run defense has been getting a little better, but still not bad. Then a bye, then Pittsburgh. So it's probably you're hoping for 2 games out of Gio. Boy, Mixon. Gosh, what a bad year. From Wahoo's Rule, DJ Chark or Deontay Johnson, PPR.
Chark.
Most dope kid for life. That's a good one. PPR, Debo, Chark, Cooks, Lindsey, Melvin Gordon, pick 2. Debo, Chark, Cooks, Philip Lindsey, Melvin Gordon.
Chark and Cooks.
Hey, good job, guys.
Being Seal Minnesota.
Gibson or Gio? Did I ask you that one? Yeah, no, I didn't.
Gio.
Robbie Anderson, Robert Woods, PPR.
That's close. I have Robbie Anderson 2 spots higher than Robert Woods.
Okay.
I'll just let him answer then.
I'm gonna scroll down here. I told you, see, we're making up for time here. Jared Cook or Noah Fant?
Noah Fant.
Make it up for lost time. Josh Kelly or JD McKissick, PPR?
JD McKissick.
Yes.
I was confused by your making up for lost time.
Oh, people were mad that we talked about movies and baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get that. I know why they would be mad.
Yeah. If the Cowboys do well against McKissick, then I think we have to actually accept that they just are good against pass catching running backs. I understand if you want to accept that yet. I kind of don't either. But if they do well against McKissick, then it might just be a real thing.
What does good mean?
Well, they give up the fewest receiving yards. So I would say, what's he been? Over 40 yards, 3 straight games, 5 or 6 catches or something, at least 3 straight games. I would say like 30 or fewer yards, 4 or fewer catches.
Adam, Superman does good. The Cowboys defense does well against running backs.
Did I say good?
Yeah.
Oh,
just being a jerk.
No, I said that. That's not
being a jerk. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, that is like you, but it's not like me. PPR, DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, or AJ Dillon?
Swift.
Yeah.
Robert Woods or James Robinson, PPR?
Robinson.
Yeah.
Justin Jackson or Devin Singletary?
Jackson.
Traquan Smith or Tyler Boyd, and then Hunter Henry or Jared Cook?
Boyd and Henry.
Yeah.
Kenyon Drake or Justin Jackson? Did I just ask that? I don't think so. Kenyon Drake, Justin Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I keep going too fast. Pick 2 in PPR. Juju, Deontay Johnson, Mike Williams.
Williams and Deontay.
Yes.
Heath just asked me if I feel strongly about starting Juju Smith-Schuster over T. Higgins. No, I don't.
Yo.
I would do either one.
I would rather start Higgins.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea. Okay, I'll leave that to Heath. I like when Heath makes the decisions because if they go wrong, I can blame him. Watson or Ryan?
Watson.
Yeah.
Tunyon. That's how you pronounce it, people. It's Tunyon. Tunyon or Graham?
Tunyon.
Yeah.
See, he puts me in a tough spot because I want to say his name properly, but everybody's going to think I'm an idiot because it's not widely circulated that his name is actually pronounced.
Well, it's like Nolan Arenado.
No, forget
His name
that.
is pronounced Nolan Arenado. He did the same thing. He told the media people, and everyone just like the Marlins broadcasters were the only people I heard actually say that, and nobody tries.
Yeah,
It's kind of rude.
Aaron.
Like,
But no, that one actually makes sense. It's Tunyon that makes no sense, and I feel like I don't really want to. I mean,
onion is an O.
that is a good point. Justin Herbert or Aaron Rodgers?
Ooh.
Rodgers. Some people might be scared because Bakhtiari is not playing there, but I still expect a ton of points in that game. And I don't think the Texans defense is very good anyway. I think
correct.
Rodgers.
Reichwell Armstead is missing the season due to COVID-19 complications. He's been hospitalized twice.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's scary.
That's terrible, man. Get well soon. Very sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going with Aaron Rodgers. Jared Cook or Robert Tonyan?
Cook.
Stafford or Herbert?
Herbert. But it's close.
I really like Stafford this week, though.
Me too.
Yeah. Bad taste in our mouth last week, but I mean, I'm going back to Stafford here.
Yeah, he's got to start throwing the ball down the field more. Like that was the big key for him last year.
Yeah.
And now he was like number 2 in the NFL in ADOT, average depth of target, and now he's like 18th or something.
Also, he has 31 pass attempts in 3 straight games and 33 the game before that. So he just got to throw more.
I don't like this Matt Patricia fella.
Kenyon Drake or Justin Jackson, PPR?
Jackson.
Latavius Murray, Adrian Peterson, or A.J. Dillon? These are fun ones, you know?
A.J. Dillon.
Yeah.
I'll go AP.
Latavius Murray actually has like 4 games with 12 or more carries off the top of my head. That's probably wrong.
Really good matchup, too.
He's got 15, 3, 12, 14, and 8. 3 games with 12 or more carries out of 5. Ryan Tannehill or Matthew Stafford?
Tannehill. Must start.
Interesting.
Against Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Stafford.
I would go with Stafford.
I'm going to go Stafford too, and I'm going to, hate myself when Tannehill has another huge game.
You guys are part of that group that is just not giving Tannehill the respect.
No, he's great.
Excuse me.
The best.
When people say that Derrick Henry is an MVP candidate, I like to point out that the Titans stunk when they had Derrick Henry and Marcus Mariota and have been awesome with Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. And there's probably a reason why that's the case. And it's because Ryan Tannehill is a quarterback and he's more important than Derrick Henry. And he's really good.
Tannehill, if you had to give the MVP to only a Tennessee Titan,
yes,
it should be Ryan Tannehill, not Derrick Henry.
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Do not at me.
From Ichuka, I need 3 non-PPR. He lists me. I think he's just talking to me like Adam. Lockett, Keenan Allen, Robbie Anderson, or Claypool. I would only start me over Claypool. So Lockett, Keenan Allen. Yeah, it's got to be Lockett, Keenan Allen, and Robbie Anderson, right?
Yes.
Giovanni Bernard or Jamal Williams?
Gio.
Yeah.
Chris, I don't know if you need a best friend, but I will be your best friend if you take over and read the questions while I set my lineups.
I'm going through my lineups right now.
All right, go first. You go first.
Yeah, give me a few seconds. And
all right.
I'll just got a couple more leagues left.
All right. Ricky Bobby wants to know James White or Darrell Henderson, PPR.
Henderson,
yeah.
Melvin Gordon, Edmonds, or Swift, PPR.
Swift.
Gibson or Singletary?
Gibson.
In all caps, and a good question. Would you start DeAndre Swift over Josh Jacobs, half PPR?
No.
I would not.
From Jay, full PPR, Jacobs, Hunt, Gio, or Clyde Edwards-Helaire? I think we only need 1. Jacobs, Hunt, Gio, or Edwards-Helaire? Only need 1. Let's give at least 2.
I would go Kareem Hunt and CEH.
Yeah, I love Kareem Hunt this week. He's in my FanDuel lineup that Chris is too afraid to play against. Start 1, half PPR. James Robinson, Justin Jackson, Jamal Williams.
Now I've got to read the questions and do the FanDuel thing.
No, that's okay. FanDuel's gone.
Unbelievable.
James Robinson, Justin Jackson, Jamal Williams, or Jerick McKinnon. Pick one.
I like Williams.
I think that's okay.
Interesting. LaMichael Pirine or Jamichael Hasty? Ooh, Jamichael or LaMichael?
Pirine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, whatever. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Drake, or Jamal Williams? Pick one.
CH.
Yes.
Should I drop Dobbins for Jeff Wilson? I have Mostert. No.
No.
No, because Tevin Coleman could be back as soon as next week. And Wilson's certainly not first, I don't think anyway, on the depth chart here. I have Dalvin Cook. Do I drop Madison, Gio, or Jamal Williams for a kicker?
Oh gosh.
I would drop Jamal Williams.
It depends if you're starting
if you
those.
don't need it right. If you don't need to play him, if you need to play him, then you drop Madison.
Yep.
But Williams seems like the most likely to only be a 1 week thing. You guys still got me? Okay.
Oh, man.
Harrison Bryant or Gerald Everett? Interesting.
I would go with let's go with Gerald Everett.
I'm starting Benny Snell with Aaron Jones out.
I guess you can't get David Njoku. Robert Woods or Cole Beasley, PPR?
Woods.
Yeah.
Corey Davis, Henry Ruggs, or Brandon Ayuk?
I would go with
Ruggs.
Oh, it looks like Nate God is disagreeing with us about Tannehill over. Oh, are you kidding? Like multiple people disagreeing with us about Tannehill over Derrick Henry? Like Derrick Henry was really not having that great of a season before last week.
One awesome game.
Yeah, I mean, he's just getting a ton of work. Tannehill has been just spectacular. Come on, everybody. Come on now.
It's 2020.
Let's
guys.
Go. Twitch poll. Who is the MVP of the Titans, Ryan Tannehill or Derrick Henry? Hayden Hurst or Noah Fant? Noah Fant is the answer there.
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes in the snow or Ryan Tannehill? Patrick Mahomes is the answer there.
Yes.
Joe Burrow or Andy Dalton?
Burrow.
Yeah.
Full PPR, A.J. Dillon or Jeff Wilson?
Dillon.
Yeah.
Standard scoring, Swift or Kenyon Drake?
Swift, but it's close.
Chris, how many fantasy leagues do you have? You done or what? Yeah, you don't worry about answering the questions. We got this. Justin Jackson or Devin Singletary?
Jackson.
All right, Adam, go shirk your responsibilities.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you to write the newsletter a couple of times this week.
Serial Killer B, pick 2. Higgins, Bernard, Josh Jacobs, half PPR.
Bench Higgins.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Chris is up.
Non-PPR, do I take Ruggs or Traquan out for AJ Green or Keelan Cole? I think you probably... I kind of think you start both Green and Cole over Ruggs and Traquan.
I would go with Traquan and Keelan Cole.
Okay.
Chargers have kind of struggled to slot receivers, and that's where Keelan Cole has played.
I need you guys to tell me right now, should I start Darrell Henderson or Cole Beasley in PPR?
Oh, Henderson.
Okay.
I'll
kick your butt if you're wrong. Fighting words.
I'd like to see you try.
I wouldn't.
You come over to Brooklyn.
Nobody wants to see
Brooklyn
that.
doesn't play that way.
Go ahead, Chris.
PPR, Antonio Gibson, AJ Dillon, or JaMychal Hasty?
Gibson.
Mike Williams or Henry Ruggs?
Williams.
Pick 2, DeAndre Swift, Josh Jacobs, Jamal Williams, Antonio Gibson.
Say them again.
Swift, Jacobs, Williams, Gibson.
Williams and Jacobs.
I was going to go Swift and Jacobs. You like Williams more than Swift?
Yeah, I have Williams just inside my top 12. I don't know if that's too aggressive.
He's better than I think the fantasy community as a whole gives him credit for. Need 2, Peterson, Dillon, McKissick, Kelly, or Edmonds. That's rough stuff, but it is PPR. So
say them again.
Peterson, Dillon, McKissick, Kelly, Edmonds.
McKissick and Kelly.
Interesting. Okay, I was going to go Peterson and McKissick. Justin Jackson or Juju Smith-Schuster?
Jackson.
Dalton or Breeze?
We'll go. I will go with Dalton.
I would go Dalton. Start 2, Giovanni Bernard, Will Fuller, Tyler Boyd, or Terry McLaurin?
Fuller and Gio.
I would go Gio and McLaurin. Do I start Gio and Williams and sit Justin Jackson?
Yes.
David Johnson, Antonio Gibson, or Darrell Henderson?
Say them again.
Johnson, Gibson, Henderson. Pick 1, I guess.
Which Johnson is that?
David.
Him. David Johnson.
Brady or Herbert?
Herbert. Yes.
Yeah.
Herbert.
Gio or Swift? I think we didn't answer that one.
Gio.
One running back, one flex. Jacobs, James Robinson, Gio, Chris Godwin, Terry McLaurin. So Jacobs, Robinson, or Bernard or Gio.
Gio.
And Jacobs, Robinson, Godwin, or McLaurin.
McLaurin.
James Robinson or Melvin Gordon.
James Robinson.
Rank them. Swift, Jackson, Drake.
That is the ranking.
Moore, Gibson, or Gio for the flex spot in full PPR.
Gio.
Adrian Peterson, AJ Dillon, or Jermichael Hasty.
AP.
James Robinson or David Johnson. Did we already do that?
I don't think so, but I have James Robinson as RB13. I have David Johnson RB15. So I'll go Robinson.
PPR, James Robinson, AJ Fuller. No, sorry. James Robinson, Will Fuller, or AJ Brown.
Oof. I think it's between the wide receivers, and it is super close. Pulling it up, I have AJ Brown just ahead of Will Fuller.
I go with Brown. Tannehill or Newton?
Tannehill.
Robinson, Justin Jackson, or Gio. Need two.
Bench Jackson.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Chris.
Pirine or Dillon?
Dylan.
Gibson.
Dillon.
Oh, sorry.
Get to the
Gio?
chopper. I'll do it. Gibson or Higgins. Half PPR.
Wow.
Gibson.
Gibson.
There you go. See, doesn't it just feel better this way? Jamal Williams, Gio Bernard, Melvin Gordon, Darrell Henderson. I need two in PPR.
I wasn't
Gio
listening.
and Williams.
Yeah, the first two, Jamal Williams and Gio.
Sure.
Tim Patrick, Damian Harris, Corey Davis, Brandon Ayuk. Pick two. Tim Patrick, Damian Harris, Corey Davis, Brandon Ayuk.
Tim Patrick for sure.
In the snow.
Oh, in the snow. All day. I actually
Tim
think
Patrick loves the snow.
Snowy and muddy conditions benefit the offense as long as it's not super windy, because the defense is trying to react, and so you're going to have more trouble if you're.
I would think it's a lower scoring game with crappy weather, though.
I actually like, from what I understand about the research, wind is really the only, unless it's like a 4-foot snowstorm, which, maybe. But from what I understand, it's mostly just wind that impacts passing.
I would go with Harris and Patrick.
Sure.
Yeah, Harris could score. From Brandon, one running back, one flex. Darrell Henderson, Jamal Williams.
Williams.
Yeah.
Flex, Henderson, Mike Evans, Higgins.
I think it's between Henderson and Mike Evans, and I will go with Evans.
Henderson.
PPR, Jackson, Williams, Bernard. Pick one.
Gio.
If Gio doesn't have a good game today. Pick two, Chris Godwin, Robbie Anderson, Tyler Boyd.
Bench Boyd.
Yeah.
Noah Fant or Robert Tonyan.
Fant.
Yeah.
Jacobs or Gio.
Gio.
Yeah.
Should I drop Le'Veon Bell or Bernard or both for a kicker and a defense? LOL, I'm serious. My team is too stacked.
Wow, that's rough.
I have pretty low expectations for Le'Veon Bell. I'm not quite sure I'm ready to drop Le'Veon, but if you need to win this week, then I'm definitely dropping Bell for a defense.
Yeah.
And maybe Bernard for a kicker if you're not starting him.
Well, it sounds like this person's team, they said they're stacked, so I assume they're probably not using Gio. If you're not using Gio,
Yeah.
then I would probably drop him. But
Right.
I don't know. You have 5 minutes. Make 2 trades.
Yeah, good luck. DJ Chark or Christian Kirk?
Chark.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs or James Robinson?
I have them back to back. Robinson 1 spot higher.
Gibson
go
or
with
Higgins?
Jacobs.
Oh, so what'd you say?
I would go with Jacobs.
Jacobs? Gibson or Higgins? PPR.
Higgins in full PPR.
All right, we'll do just a few more. I think lineups are locking. Malcolm Brown or AJ Dillon?
Dillon.
Jackson, Williams, or Bernard? And we answered that. Gio. Cup or Higgins?
Cup.
Jackson or Singletary?
Jackson.
Yeah.
A couple more. Debo, DJ Moore, or Justin Jackson. Pick one in half PPR.
Jackson.
Yeah.
And finally, pick 2. Melvin Gordon, Chase Edmonds, DeAndre Swift. PPR.
Gordon and Swift.
Correct.
That is correct. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. We will talk to you at 4 o'clock for the home team watch party. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jamie's going to be on. Will Brinson's going to be on. Nando's coming on. Danny Woodhead, Vernon Davis. We're going to watch the 49ers and the Patriots. So, yeah, we have a good time. It'll be awesome. The home team watch party presented by Lowe's, 4 p.m. Eastern. We will see you then. I want to thank Chris Towers and Frank Stanfield. Thanks to Jamie Mazauskas and Ben Schrager. I'm Adam Azer. Thanks to all of you for watching. Good luck. Let's get week 7 started.